more news this afternoon. Private basic schools account for 49% of education establishment and 33% of all enrollments at the pre-tertiary level in Ghana. Yet many of them are struggling to survive in the sector as government's 30% quota to public schools continues to affect them. The Ghana National Council of Private Schools has threatened to take the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice for failing to act on their petition on the subject matter last year. Here's a report by Sarah Apankro.
Private basic schools in Ghana play a vital role in the country's education system, especially in areas where access to public education is limited. However, in recent years, many of these private schools have collapsed due to declining enrollment. Government's 30% quota system, which reserves a portion of senior high school admissions exclusively for students from public basic schools, has been criticized by private school operators. The quota policy, according to private school operators, gives public schools an unfair advantage. Ransford Jeche is proprietor of Supreme Care Edu Complex.
This placement thing, the government gives 30% quota for the government school. Because of that, parents think that, well, then when the time comes, I should move my children so that they also go and enjoy that thing there. And it's also help, impacting us badly. When we train them from crèche to JSS2, you see them moving towards the place. So our numbers keep dwindling. Initially, we had about over 600 children here, but they have reduced it to about 400 and something.
The Ghana National Council of Private Schools, NACOPS, last year petitioned the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, calling the quota policy discriminatory and illegal. NACOPS Executive Director Enoch Jitua says Shraj has failed to act, adding members are frustrated by the delay.
We have not been seeing positive signs from Shraj. So we have written a letter to Shraj indicating that we don't want to believe that they side with the government to compromise their mandates. And for that matter, if they fail to respond to our letters based on their own regulations, we will take them on together with the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service. We are not going to budge from any kind of intimidation or any form of manipulation. We will ensure that by the end of the day, such a medical policy which has come to rid of the progress of private education will be scrapped from the system.
Organizations like Opportunity International EduFinance are stepping in to provide financial support, helping some private schools recover and remain relevant.
From all statistics, about 60% of children are not having access to quality education in the world, and in Ghana it's even more than that. So we need to create the environment that private schools will have access to funding so that we'll have quality access to education for our kids.
In line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, stakeholders say there is an urgent need to protect and support all actors in the education sector. Sarah Apenkro, TV3 News, Accra.